According to the internet, in every relationship, there is someone who loads the dishwasher like a Scandinavian architect, and someone who loads the dishwasher like a raccoon on meth. You may or may not see yourself or your relationship in this conversation. The goal of this talk is to teach you everything you need to know so that you get to be right when you're doing the dishes, and you get to be right in every conversation you have with your partner, with your family, your coworkers, anyone like that. All right, so first off, poll, who here prefers hand washing over dishwashers? Please applause. Yeah. All right, we got some old school folks here. Let's look at the math. Your kitchen sink is gonna use somewhere between 1.5 and 2 gallons per minute. That means 10 minutes is gonna cost you about 15 or 20 gallons of hot water. So all right, that's a good benchmark. Your dishwasher, if it's what we'll call a modern dishwasher, which is to say made in the last 12 years, is gonna use a maximum of 5 gallons. If it's an Energy Star dishwasher, it's gonna use a maximum of 3.5 gallons, and these numbers are the upper limit, it may be less. The dishwasher is definitively superior to hand washing when it comes to saving water and saving energy. So much so that if you're going to spend more than 2 to 3 minutes hand washing, you're better off using the dishwasher. Run it half full. That's fine. You really need that lasagna tray like clean to make the next thing. Run it half full, you're gonna come out ahead. Okay, next poll. Who here either pre-hand washes or pre-rinses their dishes, just like your grandparents did with dishwashers made during the Cold War? You're all wrong, but the good news is you don't have to do that. You should not do that. Modern dish detergents are enzyme-based, and what that means is they require food to activate and do the scrubbing. If you pre-wash your dishes will come out less clean than if you'd left some food on. So the moral here is scrape, don't rinse. I want you all to say this with me, just like that. Scrape, don't rinse. Awesome, you're a beautiful audience. Okay. No, this is important. Now, I know that there's people in the back saying, that doesn't work for my dishwasher. Okay, a couple of things. You might need to run a hotter cycle. Sometimes the cooler eco cycles don't get hot enough. There might be food trapped in the filter. You gotta clean that out at the bottom and make sure you're using like an actual soap and not some hippie thing. All right, loading, these are not my cats. My cats never help out around the house. Loading is important, and the point of loading properly is to get as many dishes as you can, to get as much cleaning as you can from your hot water investment. Start with the cups and glasses. On the top shelf, maybe the cereal bowls. These stack very efficiently. There's always ways to put whole rows of these in. Start there. It's simple. Maybe throw some spatulas in the spaces in between if you need to. Cereal bowls are great up there. For the bottom shelf, you want to separate the flat things, big plates, little plates, cutting boards, whatever, from the curved things. The curved things want to nest together, and as you can see, if you separate them, you get much better density in the packing. For your bowls, you want to nest them like Russian dolls, smallest to biggest. And as long as there's like a 1/2 inch of room between them for the water to get in there, this is a very efficient way, space-wise, to load. Yeah. And you can fit a lot of dishes in. Yeah. Once you've got your basics in, you want to put in the weird, lumpy, strange-shaped things, the colander, the cheese grater, your Instapot insert, pots and pans. These go in last, after you've already got all your plates and bowls and everything loaded in, and it'll be great. Don't get edgy. You want chipped dishes? This is how you get chipped dishes. If the dishes are rattling, and their edges are touching, it's gonna focus all that force in that tiny little area where the dishes are touching. That's gonna be more likely to lead to chips. Not everything goes in the dishwasher. Your gold leaf teacups, your crystal, any kind of a nice knife, any wood nicer than like the most basic wooden spoon doesn't belong in the dishwasher, it'll be bad for them. Similarly, your nonstick skillets and your cast iron do not belong in the dishwasher. That nonstick surface has a finite lifetime. It wears out in about 5 years. The dishwasher will accelerate that. Don't do that, it shortens the life of your pan. You should hand wash these things in warm soapy water, which I know you all do with your cast iron, because I know you're all smart enough to understand that the seasoning is chemically bonded to the cast iron and cannot be simply washed away with soap and water. You don't believe the myth? You wash with soap and water, you make sure your pan's dry at the end. So, use a dishwasher. Stack your curved things together like Russian dolls, smallest to largest, and say it with me one more time, please. Scrape, don't rinse. Awesome, I love you. Thank you very much.